Hello, everybody. This is Yoko's Anime Reactions, and this is going to be my review for my Halloween special. I did a poll, and it was close, but a bunch of people said they wanted the Halloween special now. It was like split between like 67% and 37%, so yeah. So, this is going to be my review for Angels of Death episodes 1 and 2. Yes, I gave you guys 2 episodes instead of just 1. I gave you guys a little more than just a tease on this show. Though, the second episode kind of ended on a cliffhanger, so... So, if you guys want me to pick up this show instead of it just being a Halloween special, let me know in the comments. Anyway, this anime is a horror anime, something I actually enjoyed watching because it made me laugh. And normally you think, well, you're not supposed to laugh in a horror anime, it's supposed to scare you. I mean, yes, the idea of getting chased and killed on each floor of a building as you go up is very scary. And I even made a comment that if I had been in Rachel's shoes, I would have probably peed myself if I had seen that scythe come down right in front of me. But yeah, the main character, Rachel, she wakes up in a room, has no idea what's going on, where she is, why she's here, how she ended up here, or anything of the sort. All she knows is that apparently she had a counselor to talk to about a murder she had witnessed. And she had wanted to find her parents. So she heads down the elevator as instructed because apparently it's some kind of game where you have to essentially survive or you be a sacrifice. Sacrifice to what? I don't know. Their enjoyment? I don't know. Anyway, as soon as she leaves that elevator, she comes across a bird, injured, and she wants to pick it up so she can take it with her because, she wants to get the heck out of there and thinks that maybe they can get out together. Before that can happen, though, the main anti-hero, antagonist, I don't know what to call him, shows up. Zach, aka Isaac Foster, which we find out in the next episode, so yeah. Shows up with a scythe, planning to kill her. And, the reason this made me laugh is because his voice actor is Asta's. You can hear it in his voice, especially when he's angry and when he's happy. And it's so very the complete opposite of Asta, because we all know that Asta does not kill people. He does not get enjoyment out of hurting people. And it's just weird hearing his voice saying all that. And every time I hear it, it makes me laugh. So anyway, he's chasing her, and she manages to avoid him because, she was hiding in a cabinet, and he swings his scythe down thinking, and cuts through the top of the cabinet thinking maybe he'll get her. Or, at the very least, it'll make her make some kind of noise so he'll know where she's at. Doesn't happen either time. However, the second time he does it, it comes very close. It comes like right in front of her face, so it gets to a little bit of her hair. Thankfully, she does not make a noise, and it's like, oh, she's not here, and he leaves. And she ends up running into another bird, and she stitches it back up, even though it's dead, obviously, before being attacked by him again. She makes her way to the elevator and thankfully manages to get on there, and the door closes before he can get her. However, the rules of this thing, apparently that he can't follow her, so she is safe from him. However, to be completely honest, I probably would have stayed down there if I were her, if she had known what was going to be happening in the next floor. The next floor is a hospital, and she runs into Daniel, who she thinks is her counselor that she was talking to before the episode started. And he's acting like he's helping her and that he's stuck on this floor too. Come to find out, though, that he's the one in charge of this floor because he wants her eyes, out of all things. And he wants her eyes to stay perfect so she will live down there with him. Okay? And she essentially mentions that she only wants to get out so she can find her parents again. He mentions that he can let her see them in hell. Because he was going to, take out her eyes because they weren't, when she's afraid, they aren't perfect. So he was going to scoop them out. This breaks her. Because now she knows that she has, her parents are dead, essentially. And he loves seeing her eyes this way because now they are lifeless, essentially. However, before he could do anything, Zach shows up and kills him. Because apparently when someone's happy, he can't help but kill them. So now, because he broke the rules, he's now a sacrifice as well. So now they have to team up, essentially. And Zach is trying to, get back to the elevator so he can get back down to his floor because this is just stupid to him. And she walks over to him and asks him, "Would you please kill me?" So I guess she has nothing to live for at this point. So that is the first episode. I could have just left it there, but no, I gave y'all 2 episodes. They managed to get get up to the next floor because she found a key in the doctor's pocket and unlocked the elevator because of it. They walk out, and it's like a massive cemetery, essentially. And they find a bunch of gravestones, a half put together gravestone, which is intended to be Zach's, and a gigantic gravestone that's meant to be hers, because it has her name on it. And she sees an opening on the other side of the room and goes down it, thinking maybe, this is our only chance to find something and know how to get the heck out of here. So she goes and ends up running into some notes from, I guess, the person on this floor, apparently claiming to know what Rachel wants, and essentially is like an admirer of hers. Because he's leaving flowers with it and everything. While he's waiting, Zach gets pissed off about these gravestones and used a pickaxe to break his gravestone. And he's like, "Oh, while I'm here, I might as well break the others." So he breaks all of them, just getting the jolly out of this, essentially. And when he breaks one of the gravestones, one of the pieces of debris falls down and triggers a button, and she's able to go through another door and find a reference room. In the reference room, she finds a packet that has all the people before her in it, how they died, some information about them. She finds her information and Zach's information. So, yeah, apparently his name was Isaac Foster. His origins are unknown other than that he was raised in an illegal orphanage. And we get a flashback of what he had been like before coming to this place. And he essentially was the same way, essentially. Killing people because he was chasing a woman and she tried to weasel her way out of getting killed by acting like she wasn't afraid of him. And, she acted like she was interested in him because of this. But obviously he's not that stupid. And when confronted with this, with his scythe, obviously, she is honest about this and says, "I only said it because I thought you might let me go." So she's honest to that degree, but she also lied. And he hates liars. So, since they couldn't find the second trigger that they needed, they head back to where the elevator is because there's some water, and they searched everywhere, and he finally got ticked off enough and broke her gravestone, even though she asked him not to, and the trigger ends up being in the water. So he's waiting in the water while she goes and checks. Later, he's waiting for her to, go check it. Because, he didn't want to stand in the water too much. Because it's cold, apparently, even though it looks like it's hot because it's bubbling, for crying out loud. And the person responsible for making the graves and sending the letters to Rachel, sorry, I'm getting my stuff mixed up. To Rachel shows up, and that's where the episode ends. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the Halloween special. I apologize I'm not getting it up on Halloween, but I couldn't wait. I wanted you guys to see this now because it just made me laugh hearing Asta's voice coming out of a very un-Asta-like person. Anyway, I'll get to work on everything and I'll see you guys next time.